And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Elder Scrolls Online webcast and podcast brought to you by Alith, the fun, no pressure, social and casual ESO Guild based on the European mega server. Welcome to episode 11 of Alith-Cast Live. I'm Chris, and with us tonight is Gareth Sarge. How are you doing, mate?
Hello.
Hello.
Very well.
Hello.
How are
Very
you?
good. I'm not bad, mate. I'm not bad.
Good.
I'm a little bit quiet there. That's better. I can hear everybody now. Yes,
With us
and
tonight.
joining us tonight is our newest member of the team, in two respects, actually. It's Paul. How are you
Hello.
doing, mate? Hello.
I'm doing
Yeah.
well. How are you?
Excellent. Yes, I'm fine, mate. Welcome to the show. Yeah, Paul's our newest. I'm hoping I'm getting this right because I'd be a pretty crap deputy leader if I was getting it wrong. He is our newest officer.
I'm pretty sure that's right. Yeah. Yeah.
It is right.
Yes. Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Well done.
You're
Yeah.
off the mate.
I'm off the hook now. Yeah, I've got that bit right. Yeah, yeah. So it's first time on the show, mate. You're nervous?
Why would I be
Nah.
nervous to talk to you guys and to Alith a lot of the time? It's just another evening.
You were on the interwebs for about 4.5 hours with me the other night.
Although to be fair, on that occasion
stream.
we had 3 viewers, 2 of
We did.
which were you and me. So
And we had Sana popped in just very, very
4.
briefly. Yes, yes, yeah. I unfortunately didn't see the little message that she put into chat until much later, and I felt really, really bad. So sorry, Sana. We did see that you were there. Yeah, so it was great fun. So how long have you been with Alith now, mate?
about 8 months,
8 months.
something like that. I don't think I've quite been playing the game for a year, but it must be getting close to that.
Yeah. Blimey. Time flies, mate, when you're having fun.
Absolutely.
Or when you blank it out of your memory because it's too traumatic.
It's great. I love it. It's I wouldn't have stuck with ESO for this long without Alith. Definitely. It's fantastic. It's the only time I've played a game for this length of time, kind of exclusively, and it's just because of this great community we've got. Come on every evening, and there are 10 or 20 people that you've got to know really well.
Yeah.
All clamoring to go do a dungeon or come do PvP, or it's just great to have that community that's so active and vibrant.
Makes a huge difference, doesn't it? I must admit. Just to know that your buddies are on the other end of the TeamSpeak or keyboard and stuff like that. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So what are your favourite things about ESO? I know you like different things to what I do.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I mostly enjoy the dungeon content.
Yeah.
And more recently the trials as well. Which I guess isn't that surprising, seeing how we're at PvE Guild and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing I like best. I mean, I enjoy PvP as well. Enjoy a bit of Imperial City and so forth. But it's the group content really
Yes.
that attracts me most.
You're not much of a story sort of guy.
I have enjoyed the stories. Some of the storylines in particular. It's a very solo experience. And
Yes,
as
it
I
is,
mostly
yeah.
play a tank, and it's slow
Yes.
going through on a tank.
Yes, I can imagine. Yeah. You're leveling a magic assault, though, aren't you?
Yes, that's what we were streaming yesterday.
Yes.
Level
yes.
13 on the way up.
Those big numbers.
I need Gareth to
it's
teach me
addictive.
to Sork at some
Yeah.
point.
No problem, mate. No problem.
So I was so bad.
16 first, though.
I was so bad the other night. I forgot how to ESO briefly the other night. Well, no, frequently actually.
You were
Yeah.
pressing lots of the Black Desert Online buttons, I think.
I was. Yeah, I've been playing a couple of different games and all the keybinds are different, and I was just making a complete ass of myself.
What were you guys doing? You were doing Rothko, weren't you?
We were doing Rothgar, yeah.
We were scaled, so it was kind of funny because I was getting over 10,000 DPS on a level 13, which was a bit bizarre.
Yeah.
The scaling works. I mean, that's part of what we were testing. But yeah, it works really well.
Yeah, it's an interesting, fun little stream. that I think we're going to carry on doing as we go through Rothgar without actually going back and touching, without touching on the main story in the rest of the game, because this is like the new big scaled area for PvE. We thought, well, we'll go and we'll do a bit of leveling as scaled characters and see how we can sort of. We didn't take on any world bosses, that's for certain.
Yeah, I'm sure.
No, not unless there was lots of people. If there's a crowd, we might join in from a distance.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what sort of things do you enjoy? I mean, you're an officer now. What things do you enjoy about the job, as it were?
Good question. I think it's nice to be able to see where there's like something in the guild that people is like a bugbear or that they want, and being able to actually do something about that and push that forwards.
Yes.
So there's been lots of people recently saying, I'm finding it really hard to get groups to do dungeons, and I don't know how to do some of the veteran dungeons.
Yeah.
So we're starting to look now at doing groups for those in a more formalized way and helping people learn how they work. So that's really awesome. And I guess the other four of you have sort of, that is the right number, isn't it? Yes. Have found your niches, whereas I seem to be, because I don't really have a niche in that way, I can kind of plug the gaps and just fit in and do whatever's necessary, wherever's needed. So if somebody drops out of an event, I can jump in. That sort of thing.
So Paul is our little boy in the dike, sticking his thumb in the hole, basically.
If he says.
It's such a long time since I've heard that story. It was at school, which was like years ago for me. But there you go. So, are you looking forward to being a regular host on the show, mate?
I guess so. I'll see how this one goes first.
Doing well up to now. Yeah.
Okay.
Doing well up to now. I'm sure. Absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. Yes. So, the show is a little bit of it's similar sort of format to our normal shows, but it's going to be a shorter show. We're going to have a little bit of guild news at the end, but it's going to be mainly Elder Scrolls Online news and discussion. The next show will be our sort of full fat rather than skimmed show, and we're planning on sort of alternating between those. So you'll have a nice short show where it's reactions to what's been going off in the Elder Scrolls Online world, and then the alternate show then will have all the quizzes, the live quizzes. It will have the full news from Alith. So you've got that to look forward to, but it will be a little bit ramble. So,
well,
three
quarters of this cast production team have to go and do the raid, so it'll just be you rambling on, Chris. Gareth has to leave. I have to leave. Belle has to leave.
So what's been happening in Elder Scrolls?
Elder Scrolls Online. If you didn't catch Elder Scrolls live, ESO live on Friday, they had a little bit more info about the Thieves Guild, the systems that they've introduced for Thieves Guild. Sort of to bring everybody up to speed, not so much on the systems. There was some interesting news because next week's PTS patch, for everybody who's been clamoring for it, includes, I'll bullet point this, the 64-bit client for PC and Mac. Apparently, yes, in a format that will actually work.
That's
apparently
important detail. That one.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Not on Windows 7.
3 days before live.
No, not on Windows 7.
Not on Windows 7. You have to be Windows 8 or Windows 10.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Didn't it work the other way around before, where it worked on Windows 7 but didn't work on 8 and 10? It was something daft like that, wasn't it? I'm not sure. They pulled it very, very quickly. The clemency system, which has been missing from the Thieves Guild systems, is again going with next week's PTS patch. They've tweaked it to something that they like, and it's going to go out. And you'll be able to try out the cross-faction trials on next week's PTS patch. So they will become available, and that's every trial, old and new, including Dragon Star Arena, is going to be a cross-faction trial, which you'll be able to try out. Thieves Guild, just to close, Thieves Guild comes out on the 7th of March with, lo and behold, the EU and the North American servers simultaneously. So there is no sort of, they got it first, why haven't we got it sort of scenario that we've had in the past.
Yeah, but it's going to be a bit ridiculous because when they shut it down, we're going to be out during game time, where they'll be out during sleep time.
During sleep time, yeah.
We'll see.
So
we'll see.
I think last time they
Can't
did
please everyone.
No, I think it was better last time because they introduced it. We got it first, didn't we? But we got it first at the same time during the day. So let's say we got it at 9 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. When the Americans woke up to their 9 o'clock in the morning, it went live then. So it seemed a little bit, but I suppose they'll tweak it when everybody tries again. We'll see.
Yeah. Can't please everyone.
No, this is it. So, yeah, the skill line that's the big thing, isn't it? The skill line
that's what it was on ESO Live.
The Thieves Guild, the systems and everything. Which for everyone out there is leveled. I'm rambling again. Is leveled by completing Thieves Guild quests. That's how you level the skill line.
Which is to be expected.
Yes. Yeah.
They were keen to stress as well. It has no combat usefulness of any kind.
Yeah, they did stress that.
So if you're just a pure PvP player, you don't care about Thieves Guild, you're not missing out on any combat prowess by not getting the game, which I think is good.
Exactly.
They said that about the justice system and legerdemain, and if you leveled that, it would do nothing for your combat. And then all of a sudden, they introduced White Gold Tower with lock picking the cages.
Lock picking, yes.
Okay, we'll see. Again, we'll see. But yes, it sounds like they've put a bit of effort into specifically trying to make sure that the skill line will not make you any better.
Yeah.
Both PvP and PvE content. So.
Yeah, I mean, they did stress that it was totally separate for, you can level up legerdemain, and it will not level up your Thieves Guild skill. Legerdemain, apparently, the way that they put it was that legerdemain makes you a better criminal, but the Thieves Guild skill line makes you specifically a better thief.
Yeah, and they are vastly different.
Yes.
I think that difference will be more important when Dark Brotherhood comes out and we have another important category of crime.
Yes, and another skill line.
Presumably.
Murderer.
Yeah. Yes, murderer. Yeah. Such a great couple of updates, isn't it? You know what I mean? It totally focuses on being nefarious.
My Templar just refuses on moral grounds. I have to send my little Khajiit instead. Yeah.
I've leveled my legerdemain by killing sheep. That's it.
Yes. By killing sheep.
Don't pickpocket. Don't steal. Don't kill people. Just kill sheep. That's it.
I don't have any words. Were they Claire's sheep?
Yeah, were they Dubai sheep?
They were Claire's sheep. Yeah, in Dubai. It's the fastest way to do it, though, just so you know.
Right. Get
their guts, go and trade them in.
See how good I'm being by not making improper sheep jokes.
Yeah.
No, you just mentioned it so that
just thought I'd drop that into everybody's mind.
Just so that viewers can make those jokes in their own heads.
Yes. My work here is done. See ya.
The footpads were quite interesting when I watched the ESO Live. I think that was something. Yeah. I mean, I kind of get it because there's been once or twice where, especially in the beginning, I wasn't able to get away from the guards. It's a bit easier now, I think. But I like the idea, kind of, setting your targets for a site, rushing towards that target to try and get away from, all the people that are chasing you. And by the looks of things, I don't know this yet because I haven't spent much time in Thieves Guild, but by the looks of things, in the video he was running, he hit one person and about 6 people started chasing him, which is drastically different to how it works now, where if you do something wrong, it's that you and that one person, you're basically fighting an individual that you're never going to beat.
Just one guard, yes.
It's just one. Now all of a sudden there were like 6 or 7 people chasing him. So I think it's got an interesting dynamic. I think it's going to change things up a little. There's not going to be this running away, get away from person and you're done.
They're giving you extra tools to deal with the guards, so they have to buff the guards as well. So they've got these clairvoyant guards as well who can see you in sneak in an area around them, for example.
Yes, in the trespassing areas. Yeah.
Did you see on the patch notes for clemency? Were quite amusing. So on the patch notes where they fixed it, it said, we have now fixed clemency and taught the guards the general idea so that they don't just hit you afterwards. I don't know, that's not the exact wording. That's the basic idea of it. That before you would use clemency and then they just kill you anyway.
Yeah. No, so just for anyone who doesn't know, do you want to just define the clemency piece?
Yeah, this is a good point. So it's a passive in the Thieves Guild skill line that you unlock, and you use it once per day only as a sort of get out of jail free card. So it gets that guard off your back, and it gives you 1 minute of immunity from guards, unless you do another crime. So it gives you some time to get away. So they were saying on ESO Live, you might use this, if you have an inventory full of really expensive stuff you don't want the guard to take away from you.
Yes.
You can only use it once per day.
Yeah.
Yeah, so fill your bags up first.
Sweet talking the guard when he's about to give you the fine.
Yeah, so the sort of line your character says is something like,
you run.
I have friends in high places, or that kind of thing.
Yeah, I found that it was quite interesting that they've tried to change the dynamics of the guards so that they actually represent their characters. So they were talking quite heavily about depending on who you're facing. So I wonder if this line that you say in clemency is going to be specific to that character, or if it's just going to be a general.
As part of the dialogue, yeah, that would be
interesting.
Yeah,
they seem to have made more of an effort recently.
Some thought behind it.
In putting more thought into that kind of stuff and putting more detail in, bringing the game to life more. I mean, we saw that massively in Orsinium, for example. Deliberately amusing when you try and think about why you would have those two or three things together. So they seem to be putting more effort into that sort of stuff.
They do, yeah.
Yeah, I get the joke when I saw the two items. It seemed a bit strange.
Yeah,
I'm not going to explain it to you, Gareth.
Okay, fine. Probably best if you don't.
It's not funny if we explain it. It's a bit like my jokes, really.
Well, there was a difference. So there was two kinds of tropes, weren't there? There were these little secret compartment things, kind of all over the world.
The hidden panels. They're going to be in subtly marked. I think is what they said. So. Hopefully not too subtly. I mean, if you've got sort of like a low end piece,
we'll have an add-on within a couple of days of the game launching or something.
Or just a list of where they are.
Yeah.
So I think those are for the specific quests about, you need to steal 5 spoons, or you need to steal 3 things.
Yes, I believe. Now then, the hidden panels have all sorts of random stuff in.
Yeah.
It's the actual troves which are. Now then, the hidden panels apparently they're in Abba's Landing for now. Okay. They are planning on expanding them to the rest of the game, but for now they're just in Abba's Landing.
Yeah,
possibly they said. Yeah, the troves are all over Tamriel.
Yeah,
hidden in little nooks and crannies and in unlikely places. And obviously you open those and they can have anything from. Let me just have a see the notes here.
It's random stolen
stuff. Goods. Yeah. It could even have like item sets in there and shipments of things. So as Paul was saying, with the groups of where you've got to steal 100 silver spoons or whatever, it's going to have that sort of thing in it. So it's going to be pretty random. What I noticed was on PTS is that if you are upstanding, so you've no bounty, you've no heat. Mm-hmm. If you open a Thieves' Trove, you get heat.
Really?
Yes. So it's not just a case of going and... It's not like it's going to be a chest just without a key.
Right, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I thought it was if someone witnesses you. Someone has to see you, no? Okay.
No, you have officially received stolen goods, my son.
Right. So, they didn't make it clear whether the item sets that drop in them are just current item sets or whether it's entirely new.
Or whether it's specific to the guild. Yeah. Not sure about that one. No, they weren't very clear on that. But yeah, that's your difference between your tropes and your hidden panels at the moment. Anyway, from what they were saying. What else have we got? Oh, there was the.
Sorry, I was just noticing them commenting about my beard in the chat and how it doesn't look like Chris's, so I was a little bit distracted. Thanks, guys.
I should open the chat.
I will man up.
Yeah, you need to concentrate harder. You really do. Yeah. If you're not sat for at least
grooming.
Yeah, if you're not sat for at least 5 hours a day going.
What, growing my beard?
Really growing your beard, yeah.
Like
yeah,
sitting there.
It's never going to get there.
Concentrating.
Yeah, ever such strange looks when you're doing it as well.
Yeah. Right, moving on.
So moving on. Yeah, so we've got some repeatable quests, haven't we?
As you would expect.
That we mentioned.
Dailies. Yeah.
Where you're going to be stealing specific things. And they said that they've improved the system, haven't they? When you loot things from, if you loot something from an apple barrel, you would expect to get apples, whereas previously, a few patches ago, you weren't getting apples. You were getting something completely random, like a fish or something like that, which you don't really want to find in your apple barrel even. So when they tell you you've got to go and steal cutlery or a cooking implement or something like that, it's a hint as to where now you're going to have to go and look for it.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Yeah.
Which is very, very good.
What they said was they wanted to put some common sense behind if someone said, go and steal some cutlery, where would I get cutlery from? How about a kitchen or a cabinet? Or So they wanted to make the items that you needed to go and fetch for the dailies to have a bit of common sense behind them and not just appear randomly. Because then all you'd end up doing is just going and collecting a whole bunch of these items and not bothering to divide them according to the quests. You just go and collect everything and then just pick and choose the ones you want for the quests. Yeah. So it kind of makes sense.
Nobody's got inventory space for that.
No, definitely. Ain't nobody got time for that. Nobody got time for that. I'm just laughing at chat. Yeah, Holly, it's actually not as Holly said, the microphone's as big as I am. It's actually not. It's because I'm far away. So if I go, I suppose it is about as big as my head. Yeah, it is very big. Yeah, size matters.
My microphone's bigger. No, you're not going to see it.
Bells is huge. Have you seen it?
Shh.
Yeah.
You haven't seen it. Right, moving on.
Keep going.
Okay, what else we got? Assistants.
Yes. Yeah.
So I've tested the banker and the merchant. We did that on the trial. That was lovely. Although, I don't know, did they have some kind of a charge, some kind of a fee? I don't think they did. I didn't notice that.
For the smuggler?
Banker and the merchant. No, the banker and the merchant.
No, I mean, the smuggler takes 35%, I believe.
Right.
I think they let that slip into the stream last night.
It was quite visible.
Yes, that it was 35%. My opinion is that if they are, because the banker and the merchant are crown store items.
Yeah.
My opinion is, and this is just my opinion, is that if you're going to sell a banker and a merchant, I don't think it's fair to take gold off you in pay for your banker and pay for your merchant, but oh, by the way, there's a penalty in game for using it. I don't think that's fair. So I don't think they will. I think they'll just be sort of free. And given the thing that I think the banker and the merchant, other people in your group can use it.
Yeah, they can.
So unless actually
the smuggler can't be though.
The smuggler can't be.
Made that very clear that that's only you that can use it.
Yeah, but from a Yorkshireman's point of view, actually, if they said, well, there's a fee for using someone else's banker and merchant, I'm all in for
that. For you, that's not a bad shout.
I like that system. Yes, but no.
So I have two comments on this. One is that the assistants crouch when you crouch instantly with you.
Yeah.
And so, of course, you have Nick on the PTS when we're checking out the trial with his assistant out, bouncing up and down in sync, which is just the most ridiculous thing. So that's my first comment. And I think we're going to see a lot more of that from so that's going to change how Imperial City feels quite dramatically.
Yeah, I think in a previous ESO live, they mentioned about some. I don't know whether it was the smuggler. I don't know whether chat can remember. They mentioned that in certain situations they weren't available. So would you imagine in places like Imperial City where, make it just so that you can't bank Telvar stones with it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. See, that's the obvious thing to do.
Yeah. I would imagine
there'd be no use to having the smuggler in Cyrodiil because there's nothing to steal in Cyrodiil.
There's nothing to steal. No. And same with and same with Imperial City and that. So yeah, I would imagine they've thought very long and hard. I mean, after the whole, Telvar Stone Gate thing, where they struggled to get that down people's throats, that no, I can't see it happening, that being able to bank them with a portable banker.
No, I agree.
So
we'll see.
We shall see. Yes. So what else have we got? That was the thing as well. The items that you loot as part of the Thieves Guild system, because they've introduced the smuggler, and he obviously takes your 35% cut, so that it's not too much of a punitive system. They've actually increased the value of the purple and the white items, so it's a little bit of a compensation. I mean, if you do loot a purple item and you don't want to lose it to a guard just around the corner, taking that 35% hit isn't going to be as painful as you would imagine it would be. So that's a little bit that they've added to that one.
Now, is that just the fence price, or is that the price across the board? Because currently the price when you fence something is based off the actual price of something. So if my goody two-shoes Templar, who isn't going to be stealing stuff, does this mean he's going to get more gold from selling white items just to a normal vendor?
That's for fenced items.
Do we think so?
Stolen.
Yeah, it's for stolen items. Yeah.
Okay.
Stolen items, and I believe items out of troves as well.
Yeah, they're really trying to encourage your goody two-shoes Templar to go
and be
some stealing.
Let's go put a mask on so nobody knows. Yeah.
Put on a Liverpudlian accent, you know what I mean? Go steal some wheels.
At least he's not fishing yet. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, at least.
Dear me, yes.
Tell me about the gold items. So now they're bringing in some gold items. And I think there was some confusion as to whether you can or can't fence those. Whether they just for display or whether they... does anyone actually know? Because it was a bit confusing on the show, wasn't it?
The way that I heard it, although now that you mentioned about the sort of the way that they changed the way they were speaking about it, was that there are, similar to the trophies that you find for the museum in Hrothgar, there are going to be items scattered about the world where you can steal it. You've still got to steal it. You can't just go and pick it up. You've still got to steal it. And from what I could tell, you can fence it. But because it's a gold item, it's a rare item, you have to really, really try hard to steal this one particular item. You can actually then display it, and it will be visible, same as the
in the Thieves Guild
museum. You can display it in the Thieves Guild headquarters.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And that's the way that I read it, and then that's the way that I heard it
but
initially.
We can't fence them.
Well,
yes, I think you can fence them.
They're putting emphasis on the fact that the reason to go and get them is the same as the museum in Hrothgar. It's to collect them all and to display them and show off how good a thief you are, etc., etc.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
and you get a reward for
it
that
doesn't
as well.
seem like they're a good way of going and making money. That was the thrust of what they were saying.
Yeah.
But they were slightly vaguer on whether or not you do get some money for them or not.
Or if there is another way to make a lot of money with stealing something gold or valuable, if you like.
I think that's the purple items. The gold items, it's not like you're stealing a legendary item. You're actually stealing a specific.
But they did say there would be set items, so I'm just wondering.
Yes, that's true.
If one of the set items might be gold. Do you know what I mean? And that's why there's some confusion. I don't know. See.
It's a bit vague, isn't it? Yeah, a little bit vague.
Should be exciting.
So, what else have we got? How far down the list are we? We have bounty pardons. We have bounty pardon edicts, which are basically a get out of jail free card. Well, actually, it reduces the amount of bounty that you have. They're apparently going to be available from troves. The lower tier, there are 3 tiers: green, purple, and gold. They're going to be available from troves, the green ones. Now then,
blue, purple, and gold, and the blue ones are in the
blue, purple, and gold. Sorry, yes. And let's see the others. The purple and the gold. The purple ones, I believe, are from the heist quests. Did they say? Yes, from the heist. I think
they said that. And the gold one, they didn't say.
No, and they didn't say how much the value that would reduce your...
They said it was a lot, but they didn't say how much.
They didn't say exactly how much, no.
But it made it sound like it wasn't infinite, like it wouldn't just clear your bounty no matter what.
Tinfoil hat time. Do you think that a gold bounty pardon edict will wipe off the bounty of having murdered someone when the Dark Brotherhood quest comes in?
I'm not enough of a conspiracy theorist for that one.
I am. I think that's why they wouldn't. I think that's why they wouldn't tell you, because people are going to be going, I wonder. But only
when would you use
if they've got a beard, you know.
Can you imagine?
If you've murdered someone and you've got lots of heat and lots of bounty on you, you know, a gold one, wipe it off, get away with murder. There you go. Take my tinfoil hat off.
You know, I'm really, really bad with this whole justice system thing. If you did by accident do something in the current system as it stands today and were killed by the guards, is your name cleared?
Yes.
Or do you still have to go back and pay?
No, at the point that you die, your name is cleared, but you lose any stolen items you've got on you.
Yeah.
So if, like me, you mostly only get a guard on you by accident, then that's not a problem. But if you're in a Thieves Guild and you've got an inventory full of nice, expensive items, then actually that's a pain.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or you've murdered someone or a few people and you've got this massive bounty and you haven't got the money to pay for it. There goes all your money. Take Olives.
They take the bounty from you when you die as well, so you can't do it back.
In summary, it's going to be exciting, I think.
It is. Yeah. And you know, I mean, there's all the new mechanics in Abba's Landing and Hugh's Bane, which we talked about in last times in episode 10. We spoke about those. So it's quite a big patch for a little area. It's bringing in some really, really fun stuff. It is.
Yeah.
So moving on quickly.
Yeah, Guild News. Let's have a think. Guild News. What can we talk about? So, I think the first thing we could talk about is raid leaders. So, you know, let me shout out to Christoph. I believe that you're signing off as one of our PvP raid leaders, and I know that I say pretty much for all the officers, as well as almost every single member that has ever PvP'd with you, we are drastically, sadly going to miss you. We're glad you're not going anywhere, but
yes, we should stress that, really.
we are going to miss those Tuesday casual PvP runs with you, mate. So thank you very much for all the hard work. But obviously that opens us up now to bringing in a couple more raid leaders. We're also later on we'll be talking about some of the new raids that are going to be coming up. So we're going to open it up. Keep your eyes peeled. If you guys thought that, I could do that. I mean, some of the best raid leaders we've had at Alith are definitely people who'd never really considered being a raid leader. And once they'd started being a raid leader, they absolutely love it. And they are very, very good at it. So have a think about it. Think possibly maybe give it a trial run. See if you like it. If you do like it, get your name signed up, get applying, and we'll bring you in.
Definitely, yeah.
Let's see what else. Members, recruitment's still open. We're still on average about 5 or 6 applications a day, I think.
Yeah, it must be that. Yeah.
So that's the average a day. But we're still open. We're still recruiting. There's no major issues. Every so often, Bell goes in and does a clean out for any of the inactive members. So, we'll keep it open and we'll still keep going.
Yeah, pretty impressive. 450 active members. That, you know, it's not just a zombie guild of all the people that have ever been in Alith at some point.
It is very impressive. I mean, when Bell does his cleanouts, I think the average is what? I haven't seen members in Alith with more than, say, 60 days inactive, probably less. Probably less, 30 days, 30 days inactive. So, yeah, absolutely. All of the members in Alith are absolutely 100% active. Although, of late, I think there's been less time spent in Elder Scrolls. There's been a lot of members teasing and playing around with Black Desert Online, which I haven't even tried. I watched some of the videos.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm sure. You know.
We know what you've been doing all day today, Chris.
Yeah. I've seen some of the videos. It does look good, but I mean, I know it's a Korean game. Is that right? So I think
it's a Korean game. Yep. Yes.
You can kind of tell from the videos. It does look amazing, but it's not Elder Scrolls. So I'm probably not going to go there. I know that there's quite a few members who have. For you guys that are, by all means, you know, get together, group Black Desert Online and Alith. Alith is not going to be moving to Black Desert Online. Yeah, so we're going to be staying exactly where we are. But by all means, if you guys want to go, hook up, meet up with other Alith members that are on there.
Everyone is welcome to take a road trip, but
yes, we're not moving.
Bring your tent back with you when you come back, because we're not moving.
Yes. And Paul, you think you were going to touch on the social events? I know we had a horse racing quite recently that I wasn't able to make.
Yeah, we had a recent horse racing, which we've done a few times now. It's always popular, always good fun. Claire does a great job organising all these creative social events. So if you've never been to one of these social events, almost all of them are having fun in the game in a way that the developers didn't intend. So developer thinks, I'm going to make a big cliff because that will be pretty. And Alith thinks, let's all jump off of it and see how close we can get to the officer at the bottom. So we had a horse race around 4 or 5 different zones. It was really good fun. I think everyone had a laugh. As ever, lots of people tried some shortcuts to a greater or lesser degree of success.
Yes.
Yeah.
Never worked for me when I tried it.
We did some. So we have to race naked. This is very important because there are some armor sets in the game that give you stuffs. Everybody's naked, and we did some naked dolmens, and we also went and did a naked swim and got eaten by slaughterfish.
As is traditional.
As is traditional.
Yes. As is traditional.
Yes.
One of the other things I wanted to say for those of you who are listening is have a think about some questions, because there is going to be a live Ask the Officers in a few minutes. So have a good think about some questions, and we will ask those in a few secs. A couple of other things that we need to have a quick chat about. So streaming, very big. I mean, Chris, you want to give us a bit of an overview of the streaming piece? I know you've been doing a lot of streaming lately, haven't you?
Yeah. I mean, we've sort of come to realise as a whole that streaming, I mean, Alith-Cast Live, I think I can quite confidently say that, yes, Alith-Cast Live is alive, and it will continue to be live, because they're much more fun, and they're less work for Bella, who does all the editing and composite work afterwards. So, yeah, streaming.
A little bit more stressful, though.
A little bit more stressful, yeah.
I've jumped to the deep end here, really, haven't I?
Yes, you have, yeah. Welcome to showbiz. I mean, I know Belle's been doing a lot of streaming. I watched one of the learning raids the other night, and it was absolutely fantastic. Both myself and Paul, we've started doing we plan to do a regular stream, actually, from Orsinium.
Yep.
And we're actively encouraging members to, if you enjoy streaming, by all means, get out there, get streaming, show yourselves off to the world, show the guild off to the world, because it is, the streams that people have been putting out are absolutely fantastic advert.
Carry on, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, that impact on gaming as a whole, and the streaming community. So, and the streaming community is the guild.
Yeah.
Is a fantastic community as well. There's some really, really seriously nice people out there.
Yeah.
So yeah, where Alith-Cast live streaming is going to be an integral part of Alith-Cast Live. So I would.
Plus, there's a lot more coming, isn't there?
There's a lot more coming. Yes.
I think Bell's got quite a lot up his sleeve moving forward.
We have plans.
Yes.
I shall leave it at that. We shall have plans. Keep an eye on the forum for news about live streaming.
And a big shout out to Neffin, who's been sort of 3 or 4 steps ahead of us.
She has, yes.
We're catching up to you now.
Yes, we're getting there. Yes. Yeah, she's been leading the way. The other thing that we should mention as well is that if you're not, it doesn't matter if you're not streaming, if you're streaming ESO, it doesn't matter if you're streaming Fallout 4 or Black Desert Online or anything like that. We're just encouraging everybody to stream. If you're an Alith member, tell people you're from Alith. If they watch your stream about whatever game it is that you're that you're playing, you're representing Alith. People will into and the Alith idea. Then it makes everywhere a little bit nice. V16 healer would that?
No, level 16. Sorry,
level 16.
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
She's one of my ults. Carries my stuff. Anyway, moving on to the raids. So we've recently launched Fight Club, which I think has been a big hit, especially for regular members. Yes, I'll keep quiet, but I am going to talk about it, just so you know. We've had 2 runs so far, or 3 runs so far. The first one was very successful. Second one I wasn't able to make, but Hercules told me it went down a treat. And then yesterday was an absolute abortion because Hercules wasn't around, and it was just me. So I was just like, look, just get in there and have a brawl. And actually, it turned out being a lot of fun. Shame, I actually feel bad for Sana. She came along just simply to watch and Rez, one of the other blue characters we had, because she was like, well, I'll come along, but I can't fight. I don't even have any skills on this character. But yeah, it was lots of fun. I think you need to get involved if you guys have ever wondered what it's like to actually not feel that pressure, because that's one of the things I was quite bad for in PvP. When you're running along and you suddenly find yourself in a situation where you're faced with another character, there's another person on the other end of that character, and you just, I don't know, if I'm facing a monster, I'm fine, I'm calm, I'm cool, I'm collective, but the second I'm in front of another person, moving very differently to an NPC, I used to panic.
Yes.
But now I found that it's a lot simpler, I'm a lot calmer than I've ever been when I face another person. And today I was wandering around in PvP, just a little bit in PvP today, and I ran into about 3 or 4 people and killed all of them. And simply because I was calm about being face to face with another person, whereas before I used to panic.
Yes.
And I'd mash the wrong buttons instead of doing it properly.
I do that anyway.
It's all because of that Fight Club event. So, if you guys are thinking about it, or you're a little bit worried about PvP because you get panicked like I used to, get in there and do your thing. Plus, I know we've mentioned this a couple of times now, but there's been a little bit of a challenge with getting everything organized, but it is absolutely on the way. And Paul, you've held your hand up to kind of take over this, haven't you? Yep. Do you want to talk us a little bit about what's happening? I know we haven't got much time left, so
sure. So as I alluded to earlier, we're going to try doing dungeon learning runs, right from baby's first dungeon all the way through to veteran Imperial City Prison and everything in between.
Yes,
that's the vision for it. The question is how we kind of make that happen and work, which we're just working through now. So keep your eyes peeled to the forums. But these are going to, if you're nervous about doing dungeons altogether, or nervous about doing specific difficult dungeons, or just find it hard to find a group in your level range, this is going to be the thing for you. So there'll be a dungeon mentor or raid leader of some kind in your group who will be able to tell you what you need to do, hopefully teach you not just how to do this one specific dungeon, but how to do dungeons in general for the earlier dungeons, and then for the later dungeons where you have to pay much more attention to the mechanics, they'll teach you, this is what you do at this specific boss. We're really excited about those and about people being more confident in doing dungeons.
Yeah, it can be a little bit intimidating because you've gone from being either solo or in a big group in, let's say, Cyrodiil, or just roaming about with your buddies, and then you're lumped into a dungeon as part of 4 people who are relying on you. And even though it's fun anyway, doesn't matter how many times you die, it can be a little bit, bit of a responsibility. So yeah, getting people into dungeons, well, like me, because I'm crap.
We've dragged you through Russian White Gold
Yes.
Tower, Chris, and you definitely weren't crap.
I was made up with that. So I believe you've got new member awards, Gareth, for us.
That's right. Yeah. So I'll be very quick because I know we want to ask the officers. We've opened up the member awards again. So guys, please get your nominations in for whatever reason you feel you need to nominate one of the members. Go have a look on the forums. All the categories are there. Go and have a quick read and just the name that springs to mind when you read the category, just fire an email off to info@alith.com or send Bell an email in game and just tell them your nominations and we'll get them up. So get nominating.
Indeed, yes.
Very quickly, questions for officers. Anybody have any questions? I haven't really been monitoring chat, so let's see if we can have a quick scroll. Are there any questions?
Nick asks
if you have
join a learning run because he's new.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure he'll be joining, even though he's new.
Yes.
Yes. It's always new. I think he's one of the characters that has
very shiny
one of the highest champion points in the game. So him, I know there's 1 or 2 phenomenal.
He's well over the cap.
Points, but he's
Viola as well is probably one of the highest in the guild.
Yeah. So we've
question 1.
Question 1.
Chris.
There are no vacancies on the forums though at the moment. When will we be advertising them? Do we actually have a very special officer who might be able to shed some light on this particular quandary? Do we think?
Hint.
Hello.
Oh my God!
What am I doing here?
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
It's very, very good to see you, Bell.
Yeah.
Finally. I'll call you Bell so everyone knows it's you. You're not some random guild member that's
glorious leader.
I know. First time in front of the camera after 10 episodes. Crazy.
Fantastic, mate. Fantastic.
I'm better suited behind the scenes, but you guys kind of twisted my arm into this one, so here I am.
Absolutely.
Twisted your arm. You've got a green screen and a picture of Brighton behind you.
That was your doing, Chris. That was your peer pressure.
So when are we going to be advertising the vacancies?
Yeah, so it's going to be pretty soon. We've sadly lost Christoph quite recently, so we're definitely going to need to recruit for at least 1 more PvP raid leader, probably more.
Yep.
So I can pretty much confidently say it'll be within the next week. We'll be putting an advert out. We're looking at all the roles across the guild because we may need to recruit some of the other roles. So we'd rather put one advert out with all the vacancies so that members can see what roles are available, and then that way you can apply for the one that stands out to you as the one that you feel would be more suited to you, rather than advertise PvP raid leader and then a week later find out a mentor's role has come up and like, damn, I should have gone for that. So in the next week there'll be an advert.
Good.
Awesome. So have we got any other questions? What have we got?
Why is Paul so young?
Yes, a very good question.
I'm 26. I don't know if that's older or younger than you were guessing based on my face. I don't know. Ask my parents maybe why I'm so young. It's kind of not my choice. So time just sort of happens to me.
I'm very young. Yeah. I suffer from time as well. Yeah. Keep going to the doctors, but it doesn't work.
Neffen's got a question. She's asking what microphones everyone's using.
Oh.
Right. Go on, Bell.
Stop. I'm using a Razer Siren. It was a toss-up between the Razer Siren and the Blue Yeti, which I've heard are both excellent mics. In the end, I went with Razer because I'm a bit of a Razer fanboy, unfortunately.
Well, I've got a Blue Yeti to carry on nicely into the next one.
and I'm using having to read upside down and with glasses that I can't see a damn thing out of. Mine's an MXL 990, but it's a studio microphone. It's not a USB one. And I have a big mixer over there. And yours is on your head. Yes.
That's pretty much it. Okay. Any more questions?
Any questions,
guys? Questions for Bell.
Who knows when the next time you'll get me on camera? So make the most of it while I'm here.
I've got one. Bell, are you trying to compete with Chris with that beard of yours?
Chris has inspired me, right? I'm trying to live up to his expectations. Chris has been giving me a lot of beard mentoring. I have to say, yes. we've literally been having weekly reviews,
weekly meetings,
where I've been sending him pictures of my beard.
Honestly and truthfully, we've been having weekly meetings. Yes, to.
Okay, we've got a question from Era, I think. It says, do you have plans for the new trial to be included in the regular trial runs? I'm going to hand that one over to Gareth.
Yes, so we absolutely do. We still, in fact, I think there's a meeting on the 5th of March with all the raid leaders to kind of go over what the schedule's going to look like and what we need to do. There was some talk around perhaps maybe dropping AA as part of the learning runs, simply because all of you guys just know that off by heart already. We will continue to do AA as part of the XP runs, but maybe drop it off as one of the learning runs and then include kind of the new trial within that spot. But it's a question mark. We still need to thrash it out. We still need to have that discussion with the raid leaders and then also potentially with you guys to kind of come up with what you think is going to be the best. We are pretty rammed, so we've had to change the rota now. We've got 2 events per 2 days now. So we're literally getting to the point where we're running out of time to do all these fantastic runs. But yes, it's absolutely going to be there. We're going to continue to run those on a regular basis. So keep an eye out.
Fantastic.
Yeah, we won't, Sana. Don't worry. Sanctum is still there to stay. We still need to all get that up and running.
You still got to drag my ass through it at some point.
Yeah.
My hard mode clear at some point.
Yeah, the fact that they're now actually talking about scaling up all of the raid dungeons means that there's even more of an incentive for us to keep doing AA, Sanctum, and Hellras. So
absolutely,
we're definitely going to try and squeeze them all in.
Yeah. Plus, fantastic. With some of the new things that are coming out, we might even be able to do runs with groups like Thieves Guild. So we might be able to group together and do runs together. The world is literally our oyster now.
Yes, the cross-faction thing is going to be fantastic.
Yeah. Eloa has specifically reached out to us as a guild and has said that she'd love to do a cross-guild event where we meet up with her guild and do something, because they share a lot of the same values and ethos as we do about being relaxed and fun, focused on having fun, community-orientated. So there's definitely an opportunity there. I don't know what you guys think of the idea of a joint guild event.
I love it.
A great idea.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially if we did like a guild raid or a group raid or something along those lines. It would be awesome.
Yeah. Nice to meet
really
some
would.
Smurfs that aren't just trying to bash our heads in.
This is true. Yes.
Okay.
Although you could probably all go to Cyrodiil afterwards and take out the fence progression. But hey.
So I think you better close for us there, Bell.
You want me to close? That would be taking Chris's limelight.
No, go on. Close for us.
All right. Well, thank you very much for joining us, everyone. And I just want to echo, thanks again to Christoph for the great work he's done as a raid leader.
Indeed.
Yes. Paul, welcome aboard, mate. You've done a fantastic job. You're a natural in front of the camera.
Thanks,
so I'm sure we'll be seeing more of Paul in the future. I'm going to bring up some contact details. See, the difficulty with presenting is I've got a DJ at the same time. Right, let me get these contact details. I'll let Chris say a few words while I get that up. Isn't
that the very definition of a DJ? Presenting true. Whilst doing all the DJing at the same time. Yes. Yeah. If you would like to contact us, please send us an email at info@alith.com. Head over to our website if you wish to join us, which is alith.eso.com. We can be found, our Facebook group can be found on Facebook by searching for Alith ESO. Like or dislike this video. Like it if you dislike it, obviously, and yeah, I'm repeating myself. Dislike it if you disliked it. Yeah, leave some comments, leave some feedback in the comment section. Let us know if we could improve or how awesome we all actually are. I'm just rambling, aren't I? Just rambling.
I've got something. Raid time now. Let's go.
I was going to say on the topic of the raid, we've got a guild raid coming up after this to Hellright.
Yeah, so hurry up. Yes.
And we might live stream it if everyone in the group is up for it. So.
Oh, I'm so keen for that.
Yes, excellent. The name of the officers will be displayed on the screen in the credits. And that's about it, I think, isn't it? Bell, is that it?
Yep, I think that is pretty much it.
It's pretty much it. Good luck in the raid, folks.
I'm sure we'll put the Twitch link in the YouTube gaming chat if anybody wants to come watch us kill the warrior.
Indeed. Definitely, yes. Thank you, everybody, for coming.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
See
Cheers.
you next time. Cheers. Bye-bye now.